Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss about the shear force and bending moment diagram for a simply supported beam. The simply supported beam is shown here. It is loaded as shown in this diagram. So let us solve or draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. So as usual, the first step is I am naming the various loading points. So this is A and this point is B, this is C, this is D, A, B, C, D. Okay. So let RA is the reaction at support A, RB is the reaction at support B. So taking moments, now we have to find what is the support reaction RA and RB. So first step, taking moments about A. Okay, about A, that indicates you are fixing the point A. So whatever the load that is passing through point A will not produce any moment. Okay, so again apply the equations of equilibrium. The first equation is the anti-clockwise moment must be clockwise moment. This is A. So let us fix this point. At C, this is tending to rotate the beam in the clockwise, therefore this is producing clockwise moment, and this guy is also producing clockwise moment, and this guy is also producing clockwise moment. Whereas RB is producing anti-clockwise moment. Therefore, anti-clockwise moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4 terms are there. So RB is producing anti-clockwise moment multiplied by 10 plus 5 plus 5 is 20 meter. That will be equal to, there is no other force tending to rotate the beam in the anti-clockwise direction. Therefore, left side we have only RB multiplied by 20. So this is 120 kilonewton multiplied by 5 meter plus this load is 7.5 multiplied by 10 is a total load, and it will act at the center of gravity or the center of this fan length. Therefore, the distance is multiplied by 5 plus 5 plus 5. Okay, so 5 plus 5 plus 10 divided by 2. Okay, so this is the moment produced by the uniformly distributed load. Then there is only a moment of 282 plus 282.5 are there. So therefore, if you simplify, you will get the RB value as RB is 79.5 kilonewton. Okay, so RB we have found out. Next, apply another equation of equilibrium. The forces acting vertically upward must be equal to the forces acting vertically downward. So now let us calculate what are the forces acting upward and downward. So there is one force, RA is acting upward, RB is acting upward, there is no other forces acting upward. So therefore, RA plus RB will be equal to 120 plus 7.5 multiplied by 10. Is there any other force? Now these two are vertically upward, these two are vertically downward. The moments you can't introduce in this equation. Therefore, substituting RB value. So substituting RB value, we have RA will be equal to, so this comes about 195, okay, minus 79.5, so this will be equal to 115.5 kilonewton. So we found out RA and RB value. RA is 115.5 kilonewton, RB is equal to 79.5 kilonewton. Okay, so this is the first step as per our procedure. Second step is sign convention. Okay, so I write the sign convention at the top so that throughout the problem you can refer this sign convention. Okay, so second step is sign convention. So shear force, so there is a beam, I consider section XX, left side acting upward, right side acting downward is positive shear force. There is a beam, consider section XX, left side acting downward, right side acting upward is negative shear force. Okay. Similarly, bending moment, consider a beam, consider section XX, right side and then left side tending to bend the beam like this, it is positive bending moment. Similarly, you have the beam, you have the section XX tending to bend the beam in this direction is negative bending moment. Okay, so this is the second step. Immediately you write, draw the diagram, write everything so that you won't make any mistake here. Okay, now what I am doing is consider, so this is the second step, consider section XX at a distance x from the end A. Okay, that is between AC. Okay, so between AC I consider the section. So what is the value of x? So x, our boundary condition is x varies between A is at a distance of 0, we are starting from A, C is at 5 meter, therefore 0 to 5 meter is the limit. So draw the diagram separately. So this is the beam, this is the section XX, there is a vertical load of 115.5 kilonewton, there is a couple of 417.5 kilonewton meter. Okay. C we are not considering because it is between section AC, therefore C will be at the right side of the section XX. Okay. There is no other force, there is one vertical force, one couple is there. These are the two loads acting between the section AC from point A we consider. Now calculate the shear force at XX. So we denote it as a Vx. So this is the section, left side we have considered force acting upward, left side force acting upward positive, therefore plus 115.5 kilonewton. This moment we can't write in this shear force equation because we consider only the shear force. Shear force, algebraic summation of all the forces acting vertically, either upward or downward, to the left or right side of the section XX. Okay. So this indicates a constant. Okay, constant. Now apply the boundary condition at x is equal to 0, that indicates point A, therefore the shear force at VA, A is denoted as VA, V suffix A, so this will be plus 115.5 kilonewton. At x is equal to 5 meter, that indicates point C, therefore the shear force at C is VC, is also 115.5 kilonewton. Okay, so 115.5 kilonewton. Now this is right side of A and this value is left side of C. Okay, so right side of A, this one left side of C. So this is the shear force calculation. Now we will calculate the bending moment at section XX. So bending moment at XX, as usual we denote the bending moment as m suffix x will be equal to, see there are two loading, one is a couple and the other one is a point load acting at this is point A. Okay, and this distance is, as you know, is x, we consider as per the statement. So mx will be equal to this force tending to rotate the beam in the clockwise direction. So this is the section left side clockwise, section left side clockwise is positive, therefore plus load is 115.5 multiplied with distance is x, and there is an anti-clockwise moment at the left side, so anti-clockwise minus sign, therefore minus 417.5. Okay, so this looks like a straight line equation, therefore I write it as straight line. Okay, now substitute the boundary condition. So at x is equal to 0, that indicates point A, therefore the bending moment at point A is denoted as MA, x becomes 0, therefore it will be minus 417.5 kilonewton meter. Next, at x is equal to 5 meter, so that indicates point C, therefore the moment at C denoted as MC, that will be equal to plus 115.5 multiplied by 5 minus 417.5. So this value MC will be equal to, if you calculate, that will be about minus, so this is going to be plus 160.0 kilonewton meter. Okay, so MA is right side of A, MC is left side of C. So I write here as left side of C. MC we calculated for the moment at the left side of the point C, that is MC. Okay, so this is the first step. Next, I consider section CD, and then in between CD I put up a section XX, and then I calculate what would be the shear force and the bending moment. Okay, so let us see the third step. So that is third step. So third step is between section between CD, consider section XX. So now point C is at a distance of 5 meters from the A, point D is at a distance of 10 meters from the A. Therefore X varied between 5 meter to 10 meter. Now draw the load diagram. So this is the CD. Okay, so like this. So this is section XX. There is a point A is here. Here the load is 115.5 kilonewton. There is a couple or moment 417.5 kilonewton meter, and then at point C there is a point load of 120 kilonewton. This distance is 5 meter and this distance is x. Okay, and this distance is x minus 5. So this is point C, this is point A. Is there any other load? So 1, 2, 3 loads are there. Okay, so 3 loads. Now let us calculate the shear force at XX. So shear force at XX. So shear force at XX is denoted as V suffix x. So force only, there is one force acting upward, that is 115.5 kilonewton, that is plus sign, plus, and this is acting downward, so acting downward left side negative, therefore minus 120. Okay, so this is equal to Vx is equal to minus 4.5 kilonewton. So this represents a constant. Okay, now substituting the boundary condition at x is equal to 5 meter, that indicates point C, therefore it is Vc, that will be equal to minus 4.5 kilonewton. It is right side of C. Right side of C. Okay, right side of C. Now at x is equal to 10 meter, so at x is equal to 10 meter, it indicates point D but left side of D. So V suffix D, that will be again minus 4.5 kilonewton. It indicates the left side of D because section is left side of D. Okay, so that is the shear force. Now you calculate the bending moment. So bending moment at XX, bending moment at XX, okay, this is the bending moment at XX. So I denote this as m suffix x will be equal to, see there are three terms. One moment is acting anti-clockwise, one force is tending to rotate the beam in the clockwise, another force at point C tending to rotate the beam in the anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise negative, clockwise positive. So first positive, so plus 115.5 multiplied by this distance x. Another minus 417.5 kilonewton meter is the moment already acting in the anti-clockwise direction. You need not multiply it by distance because it's already a moment. Then next is at point C 120 kilonewton. So minus 120 multiplied by this distance is x minus 5. So therefore this is x minus 5. Okay, so this seems to be equation having only x term, therefore this will follow a straight line equation. This is a straight line equation. Now at x is equal to 5 meter again. So at x is equal to 5 meter, substitute the value of x is equal to 5 meter, so this will become 0 and this value will be equal to, so in that case it is 5 is mc. So at x is equal to 5 mc, that will be equal to plus 115.5 multiplied by 5 minus 417.5. So mc will be equal to, in this case mc is it is right side of C, so the value is 160. So plus 160 kilonewton meter, that is, the section is at the right side of D. So right side of C, not D. So that is MC. Next, at x is equal to 10 meter, that is point D. Therefore, that is MD, which is representing the left side of D. Okay. So at x is equal to 10 meter. So at x is equal to 10 meter, it indicates the moment at point D, that is the left side of D, because section is at the left side. So therefore MD will be equal to plus 115.5 multiplied by 10 minus 417.5 minus 120, 10 minus 5. So if you substitute and calculate this value, MD is at the left side of D is plus 137.5 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is actually the left side of D. So I write here as left side of D. Okay, so this is the third step. Now we go to the fourth step. Again I am putting a section between D and B and I will calculate the same way. Okay, so therefore now consider section XX at a distance x from the end A between D and B. So between DB. So what is the value of D? D is at a distance of 10 meter from the point A. Therefore x varies between 10 meter to 20 meter. Okay. Point B from A is at a distance of 20 meter. Now draw the load diagram. So this is the line. So here you have the section x. This is point A. Point A is 115.5 kilonewton. And here you have 417.5 kilonewton meter. Okay, this is point A. At point C, there is a load 120 kilonewton, and then there is a uniformly distributed load from point D, and point B is at the right side of the section XX. So you know this distance is 5 meter and this distance is 5 meter and this distance is x minus 10, whereas this distance is distance x. Okay, so then we will apply the shear force and bending moment equation to develop the equation at section XX. Okay, So calculate the shear force at XX. So this is the step. There is 1, 2, 3, fourth step. This is the fourth step actually. Okay, so fourth step. So fourth step. So shear force at section XX. So that we denote it as Vx. Okay. So there is 1, 2, 3 forces are acting. So first force is acting vertically upward. Therefore it is positive. 115.5 because there is, you can see, positive force. This is acting downward left side, so it is negative, therefore minus, force is 120. And this one is acting also downward left side of the section, negative, so minus, what is that value? So this is, magnitude is 7.5 kilonewton per meter, so 7.5 kilonewton per meter multiplied by x minus 10. This is the distance. For the x minus 10 distance, it is acting. So if you see this equation, there is an extra term only, therefore it represents a straight line. Okay. So now we apply the boundary condition at x is equal to 10 meter, it represents point D, but the section is here, therefore right side of D. At x is equal to 20 meter, this is another boundary condition which is left side of B. Okay. So apply the boundary condition. So at, I write here, or else I will delete there, so at x is equal to, what is the boundary condition? 10 meter. So that indicates point D, that is V suffix D, that will be right side of the D. So therefore VD will be 10 VD. So how much? It is going to be 10, 10, 0, therefore this is the total. So plus 115.5 minus 120. So this will be equal to, VD will be equal to minus 4.5 kilonewton. So this is right side of D. Okay. So right side of D. Next at x is equal to 20 meter. So at x is equal to 20 meter, that represents V suffix B. V suffix B. So therefore 20 if you put up, this is going to be plus 115.5 minus 120 minus 7.5, 20 minus 10. Okay, so therefore that value, so V suffix B will be equal to, V suffix B will be equal to plus 79.5 kilonewton. So 79.5 kilonewton is there. So if you calculate, you will get this value. So therefore, whatever calculation you made is correct. So this represents the left side of B. Okay. So far, whatever the forces, this is shear force, then we will calculate what would be the bending moment. So bending moment at XX. So bending moment at XX, then we denote it as mx, that will be equal to mx. So how many terms will be there? 1, 2, 3, 4 terms will be there in this equation. So this force 115 is tending to rotate the beam in the clockwise direction, clockwise positive, therefore this is plus sign, multiplied by this distance is x. And this one is anti-clockwise, therefore minus 417.5. And this is also anti-clockwise, therefore minus 120 multiplied by this distance is x minus 5. Okay. Then the next load is, again it is acting downward, therefore it is minus sign. So 7.5 multiplied by x minus 10 is the distance, multiplied by x minus 10 divided by 2 will be the, no, the 2 will be the centroidal distance of this span x minus 10. Okay. So now if you see here, this is x term, this is x, whereas this is x minus 10. So there will be a square term will be there. If you multiply these two equations, x minus 10 to the whole square will be there. Therefore x square will be there. So it indicates a parabola. The equation representing a parabola. So now at x is equal to 10 meter, apply the boundary condition at x is equal to 10 meter, that indicates point D. So MD is the bending moment at point D. So substituting the x is 10 here, 10, this will get cancelled because 10 minus 10 becomes 0. So this is 5 will be there. Therefore, this MD is right side of D is going to be 137.5 kilonewton meter. Okay. Next, at x is equal to 20 meter. This is the next boundary condition. So 20 meter, this is x minus 1, this is 10, and here it will be 15. So if you substitute the 20 at wherever there is x, so you will get the bending moment at B will be equal to, okay, bending moment at B will be equal to minus 282.5 kilonewton meter. So that is this value. Right? If you substitute in this equation, x is equal to 20, you will get this answer, kilonewton meter. So therefore our calculation is correct. Now so far we have calculated shear force at individual sections, taking individual sections separately, and then we calculated what is the shear force, what is the bending moment at the sections. Okay. Now I am going to draw the shear force and bending moment diagram. Okay, let us see how it is drawn. Okay, so this is the load diagram. I am not going to change. So this is load diagram. Now let us draw the shear force diagram. Project points A, C, D, B. So this is the baseline. So here it is A, here it is B, this is C, and this is D. So what is the shear force at A? So take right side of A from the beginning. Let me refer all these points whatever we have calculated. So shear force at A is plus 115.5 kilonewton. So therefore I represent 115 like this plus sign. So therefore I am not drawing the vertical line above the baseline AB. Then it is also representing constant. Therefore between two vertical load there won't be any variation. So therefore it is a horizontal line because it is constant. Okay. Next at the point C, the left side of C is 115. Okay, again BC is 115.5 kilonewton. So therefore up to this it is left side, so 115.5 kilonewton. Next, what is the shear force at the right side of C? Right side of C is minus 4.5. Therefore, you see there is a vertical load. So as we have seen earlier, whenever there is a vertical load, the shear force will drop down suddenly. Depending on the magnitude and direction of loading, it may rise or fall. So in this case, at the C right side, it is minus 4.5. Therefore, it is coming to the negative side of the baseline AB, and this value is minus 4.5. Okay. So here it is 4.5. Here it is 11. So this distance is 115. Okay, 115. So I write it here 115.5 kilonewton. So at C it is minus 4.5. That is left side of D or right side of C. So right side of C, left side of D. Again it is 4.5, and the equation between C and D, shear force equation between C and D is constant. Therefore the value is constant. So up to this it is D. So left side of D 4.5, right side of C is 4.5. C between C and D, the shear force equation represents a constant. So therefore this is a horizontal line, it is not varying, so it is constant. Okay, then right side of D, what is the shear force at the right side of D? So right side of D is plus 137.5 kilonewton. Okay, right side of D. And left side of B is minus 180. Left side of it's wrong. So we are considering the shear force. So right side of D is okay. So right side of D is minus 4.5 kilonewton. So same value. Whereas the left side of B is minus 79.5 kilonewton. But it is following a straight line. Therefore, so from here it should go to the minus 79.5, but it is a straight line, so therefore join like this. So this is going to be 79.5 kilonewton. Okay, so that is going to be 79.5 kilonewton. So if there is any question, you can comment. Okay, so that is the shear force diagram. So I cross hatch all these area. So this is positive, and here it is negative, and all this area is negative. Okay, this value is 4.5. So this is positive, and here it is negative shear force diagram. Okay, now, so that's all. Very simple. You have to verify what is the left side, what is the right side. Suppose if, for example, here the point C is this, you see there is a vertical load acting downward. So in this case, the left side value need not be equal to the right side value. Now both the values are not same. Okay, so therefore what is happening? So because it is vertical load dropping down, so therefore the shear force suddenly drops down, and because it is a shear force, so it is acting vertically downward, so it drops down. Okay, so that is the shear force diagram. Next we will draw the bending moment diagram. Again project all these points, okay, like this. So this is the baseline A, B, C and D. So what is the bending moment at A? So again go to the previous sections whatever we have made. So bending moment at A. At A is minus 417.5. So it is minus, therefore I am drawing right side bottom. So it is minus 417.5 kilonewton meter. This is the right side. Now what is the equation? It is a straight line equation. Therefore it will be straight line. What is the bending moment at the left side? It is plus 160 kilonewton meter. Therefore plus 160, this is 417. Probably plus 116 will be like this. It is a straight line. So here it is 160 kilonewton meter. So it is a positive side. So this is 160, and draw that line by straight line, because between AC the bending moment equation is a straight line equation. Right. Now after that, what is the right side of C? Right side of C is again 160. So therefore you need not change anything. Whereas left side of D is plus 137.5 kilonewton meter. So what is the equation again? It is going to be a straight line. So therefore this is, let us assume that this value is 137.5. So here it is 137.5. So I am joining. It is straight line equation. So I am joining these two lines. So this is 137. Assuming that this value is 137. Okay. So this is the second. Now consider the right side of D. What is the bending moment? So right side of C is 137.5, whereas left side of B is minus 282.5. So here this magnitude is 282.5. But what is the equation between D and B? Bending moment equation is following a parabola. Therefore, I am just drawing like a parabola. It is like this. Okay. So this is the parabola. So now, if you see, this is the bending moment diagram. Okay, so you can cross hatch all these lines. So this is straight line, this is parabola. You can write here as parabola. Okay, this is straight line known, this is also straight line known. So no need to write. Okay, now I can cross hatch all these area. Negative, positive, positive, then negative. Okay, so this is negative bending moment, positive bending moment, negative bending moment. Okay, now one important point you should note is that at somewhere in the bending moment diagram, the bending moment is 0 here. At somewhere between AC, in this section AC, it is 0. Similarly, between DB it is also 0. So we have to calculate what is the distance from the point A where the bending moment is 0. That point is called as point of contraflexion. So what you have to do is, you have already written the bending moment equation between AC. Take that bending moment equation AC, equate it to 0 to find out what is the distance x. Okay, so that is the Similarly, take the bending moment equation between dB, equate it to 0 to get what is the value here. No? It is where the bending moment becomes 0. So that is the calculation. Okay, that is called the point of contraflexion. So first let us find out what is the point of contraflexion between the section AC. Okay. So what I said, so between AC, the bending moment equation is mx will be equal to minus 417.5 plus 115.5 multiplied by x. Okay. So minus 417 point, this you already written there. Now substituting this, that will equal to 0. So that x value will be equal to 417.5 divided by 115.5. So this comes about 3.61 meter. So this 3.61 meter lies between AC because AC span is 5 meter. Therefore from point A, this is at a distance of 3 this distance. So I write here, it should not be written, it should be at the bottom only. So 3.61 meter. Similarly, take the bending moment equation between D and B, equate it to 0 to find out what is the x value, that is from A, that is important. Okay. So now I have already done, so I am only going to equate the equation of bending moment between dB. So I am striking, so this is the steps involved. So I strike here. So bending moment equation between dB. So bending moment equation between dB, that you have already written. So take that equation. The equation is minus 417.5 plus 115.5 multiplied by x minus 120 multiplied by x minus 5 minus 7.5 multiplied by x minus 10 the whole square divided by 2. Okay. So this is equal to 0. So expand this equation. Okay. You can simplify it. You will get, after simplification, x squared minus 18 multiplied by 8x plus 51.3 will be equal to 0. So by solving this quadratic equation, okay, so by solving the quadratic equation, you will get x will be, so the equation is x will be equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Okay. So in this case, if you substitute, minus b is, so plus 18.8, okay, plus or minus square root of 18.8 the whole square minus 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 51.3. Okay. So this is the thing, divided by 2 multiplied by a is 1. So therefore 1. Now if you solve this equation, you get x is equal to one value which is lower than some value, so that you can't use, will be equal to 15.49 meter from the value A, from point A. So therefore you can see here, this is 5, okay, this distance is 5 meter, this distance is 5 meter. So from here it is from point A, okay, so I just like that point, from point A so from point A, the point of contraflexion between section DB is at a distance of 15.49 meter. Okay. The other value, yeah, because it is plus or minus, if you put a minus sign and calculate, it will be coming less than 10. Okay, I think it is about 6 or something. So if it is less than 10, it is not representing the section DB. Therefore, to represent section DB, the value must be greater than 10 meter, because this is 5 meter, this is 5 meter. So totally about 10 meter only will be the value of point of contraflexion. Therefore, the next value if you add 18.8 plus sign, if you put a you'll get x will be equal to 15.49 meters. So therefore, this is the point of contract force. That's also, this is very simple. If you follow this procedure, you will not make any mistake. Patience is required, otherwise it will be very difficult. Thank you.